Hmm. You know, I've been following your company's humanitarian work over the past couple of months, providing meals to healthcare employees, childcare for essential workers, donations to the arts. The most impressive, in my opinion, was the Restaurant Relief Initiative. You thought of everyone, like that Cafe Gertie. You helped them help others. You didn't hear about Gertie? It's a small restaurant in Brooklyn that gave 3 square meals a day for free to any hospitality worker who was laid off. Servers, chefs, they even gave food to yoga teachers and teaching artists who lost their jobs. Inspiring. So thank you for looking out for the little guys. And thank you for looking into me. Yes, of course, I go on all day about this sort of thing, but it's not what we're here for. So where do we start? Hmm. You mean during quarantine? Well, I haven't done much, really. If I'm being honest, I was pretty depressed at first, being laid off and got the chop from Chop Dog. Pretty stupid name for a company, if you ask me. Who fires an app developer in the middle of a worldwide pandemic anyway? They said it was budget cuts, but I don't know. Their loss. I could have been doing incredible work this whole time. I could have assisted on some of those digital health apps or a remote dating app. Because trust me, I tried the Netflix and Zoom thing. Big mistake. I never want to watch The Notebook on a first date again. She thought we were soulmates real fast. Married at first sight. But I was like, hold the phone. No, really. Hold the phone away from your face instead of being on Zoom. Because I can handle a phone call, but I cannot handle seeing you ugly cry over Ryan Gosling before I've even met you in person. Too much. So, yeah. I could have developed some awesome apps if I hadn't been let go. I had this one idea for a charades video app. It provides the comfort of seeing your friends' faces, which some of the other games don't have, and you're even encouraged to step away from the screen when it's your turn to act something out. Give a chance to rest your eyes. I don't know about you. Even though I'm used to looking at screens all day, there were times when my eyes felt like someone had scotch taped them cross-eyed. Anyway, I know it's simple, but charades is a classic. I mean, how fun would that be? Mm, a prototype. Well, no, not yet. I guess well, as I mentioned earlier, I was pretty devastated at the start of everything. Not just because of the job, but the state of the world. And then my grandmother got really sick, and yes, yes, thank you. She passed April 1st. No fooling around that day. I'll never forget it. We couldn't go to the funeral. My grandmother did everything for me growing up. She was my inspiration. She was the first person in my family to learn how to use a computer. At the age of 45, her husband left her and she became a self taught typist and secretary. She could type 76 words per minute with 98% accuracy. She loved to brag about that, and we all let her. She taught me how to type at 5 years old on a big old typewriter. She would say, once you can type 35 words per minute, I'll let you try it on a real computer, but until then, no screen time. If it weren't for her, I would not be working with computers today. After I got my first job, I bought her an iPad. She loved that thing. Some people say these things are tearing us apart, but someday I know they'll sew us back together. And she was right. I wouldn't have survived quarantine without technology. I just never thought she would get ripped away from me at the same time. I the application, yes. Sorry. I I hope it's okay that I went into that. It really does relate to why I want to work for Willow Tree so badly. My grandmother is a huge part of me, and I would hope Given how you helped during COVID-19, all of that human work, I would hope that this reminds you I'm human too. Behind every machine, every piece of technology, there is a human, a unique, beautiful mind. Sometimes apps crash, and sometimes the humans that made them crash too. I crashed during coronavirus because I lost my job. I lost my grandmother. I felt lost in the world. It's because I'm human, and I hope my humanity makes me an asset to you. I might crash, but once I install some updates, I will be stronger and faster than before. So, no, I did not use the quarantine time to invent my charade parade party app, or to apply to 30 jobs, or to write a book honoring my grandmother. I just sat in my sadness, and if that's not okay, then sorry, but I don't want to work for you. You mean you're not giving me the job on the spot? That was a great speech. Kidding. I realize that you have lots of qualified applicants. A lot of things to consider, but just let me remind you, you need a human to make art. Did you know that the root of tech and technology comes from the Greek word techne, which means art? Boy, was Grandma a word nerd. She never let me forget that one. You are an artist, Skylar, an artist of the future. I am more human than any other candidate you've got. Let me make art for you, and I will paint a whole new future for us. Thank you.